right?
What would you say to someone who has that opinion?
Okay, I think then we need to define what talent is, right? And I just had this conversation with someone, and the answer that I hear most often is that talent is what is given to you and what you're good at, which never resonated with you because then I would never say that I'm a talented dancer because I always had to work for every single thing that I've done in dancing, right? Because to me, the things that and I can talk about dancing, for example, I come from ballet, right? So in ballet, it's very easy to say who is talented, who is not, because it comes down to how you look, do you have flexibility, do you have turnout, are your feet good? It's very like in the box, right? Which to me is just abilities, because somebody else can get to that point as well. Yes, they need to work harder, but they can still get it. What people are not all of them are able to do is to present your art and touch someone with that art. Make someone connect to it and make someone reflect, right? And affect a person's life through your art, right? That to me is talent, not your ability to be good at something.
That's interesting. It's an interesting perspective on it, and I agree with you. I've heard it defined as, and learned to use the language around the difference between a talent and a gift, right? Because if talent resonates more with an ability, you can develop your ability, you can stretch your ability, you can lose your ability, but a gift is a gift. Not everyone has a gift or has realized fully the gifts that they have.
I have such a problem with this because I feel like I can learn anything. Like I literally can learn how to draw, I can learn how to write, I can learn how to dance, I can learn how, because I've done that. But to me it's still not like I've learned it.
Yeah.
And everybody can.
Yeah. I say that in
That's
context.
because we're all talented.
For me, the tangible experience I have with those two words is that in the other arts, I feel like I developed ability. I developed ability to draw, ability to sing, ability to write well. But I feel like for me, dancing was very much a gift because there was no work involved in it for me. From a very young age, it just came out of my body, and there was other arts that I even wanted to do more, but they were hard. I had to work for them, and I did eventually do it. But I stuck with dancing in the beginning because it intrinsically was easy for me. So I recognize that to be, in my perception, a gift.
I have a question for everyone. What if you look at something and you say, wow, this person is so talented, why are you saying that? Because you usually say about a product that a person, presented to you.
I understand the complexity of your question. Unfortunately, I think the answer doesn't come from a natural place for anyone. I think when that question is posed, we are all subconsciously predisposed to answer society's understanding of talent, right? So when you phrase the question that way, or you use, actually, I'm gonna ask you another question. Have you ever looked at someone and said they're so talented?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
To me, it was because I liked what they it touched me, it resonated with me. And it can be because I just liked, if it's like a painting, I just really love it. Like it's strong, right? If it's a dancer, it was like, oh my God, it was so amazing. I don't even have words why it was amazing.
Right, but then you're using all words and not saying talent, right? You're not describing that with talent. Talent is not a description, it's not an adjective. So typically, when you observe something and you just call that person talented, it's actually because you are without adjectives. It's actually because it didn't touch you. It's actually because you're looking at it and you're thinking, okay, there's something here, I can't put my word on it, or I don't want to give them credit. I don't want to give that artist the credit that they're making me feel. So I'm gonna excuse my inadequacy by just calling you talented, right? Because society-wise, culturally, we have this innate understanding that talent means natural ability. Talent means you didn't have to work for it. Talent means God gave this to you. Therefore, it's okay for you to have it. Therefore, I not need feel bad that you have this gift that I want and do not possess, right? So I feel like a lot of the word talent has that connotation for us in a subconscious manner. Really, realistically speaking, we're all inherently better at some things than we are at others because of our body types, because of our culture, because of our society, all of these things. Really, realistically speaking, if we put our minds to it, we are all capable of doing something. We are all capable of doing everything, right? So then ultimately it just comes down to what the hell do you want to do? Truth. What do you want, right? So talent really is you having the balls to find where your passion is, to allow it to be easy and not feel guilty about that, because there's a reason that I want to be a dancer and you want to be a pop star and you want to be a dry cleaner. And believe me, people want those things, right? We just tend to judge them. And unfortunately for us as artists, because there's so much glamour that comes with being an artist, when we have these yearnings and desires, we shut them down. Because we think to ourselves, oh, well, of course I want to be an actress. I want to make millions of dollars, wear Louboutins, and a crown on my head. Of course, because that's what it means to be Angelina Jolie. You understand? So I think for a lot of people out there that are stuck in the middle, that are afraid to go after what they want, it's really complicated to categorize what is talent. Essentially, we're all capable, we're all competent. You will find your path of least resistance where it's okay for it to be easy. And it's not a gift that only you get to have. It's just your gift. This is your contribution. And the reason it's easy, or the reason XYZ happened to you for you to find it, is because that's your service to the world.
So the short answer is do what you want. That's the short answer.
My talent is sitting here with a crown on my head and pretending that it is not heavy.
Thanks right now to fix your hair